Okay. This time I've got the microphone right. So I wanted to talk to you about the different pans you can use, like the stainless steel, cast iron, all these kind of options. So when I didn't know anything about pans and I wanted to like use like safe to use pans and I didn't know like the difference, I decided like to get into this like topic. So I'm gonna just like share some of the knowledge to you. So there are three main types of cookware material. There is stainless steel, which is the classical like gray like metal like very traditional metal texture. That is the stainless steel, which I think is great. Then there is cast iron, and then there is teflon, which is kind of the non-stick pans. Okay, and they are the one you want to avoid. Okay, they mess up with like your health. Okay, your endocrine system. They're not good overall. Like even science reports says like as long as it is not like damaged, it is safe. But like why would you even risk it? Okay, that's the thing. But you may say I want to like cook like if you think about it. Okay, like say non-stick pans are really useful. Okay, that may be one of your like counterpoints. What I'll tell you is that you can actually get a non-stick pan that is not Teflon. Okay, like non-stick has been around for thousands of years. It's like actually it has been like the first cookware. It was non-stick. Okay, you know what it is? It is cast iron. I bought a cast iron pot. Okay, a few months ago. I'm probably stupid. I should have bought a skillet, like a cast iron skillet. It's very popular on the internet. I don't know why I bought a 50 euros one, which is basically a pot, which is like, I mean, it's fine, but it's probably more versatile to have a skillet, which is like a class. I don't know if the skillet is a word, but the classical pan when you fry it, where you like, the wide one. So cast iron, yeah, it's great. Why is cast iron non stick? Well, actually, it is not at the beginning, but the more you use it, the more the seasoning will develop. The seasoning in the cooking, like in the cast iron niche, basically means the layer, okay, of solidified fat that has built over the years and the months that you have used it. You can like basically cook on that, and there are things you may cannot cook. I will tell you about that later. But basically, if you cook something with fat in it, which is basically anything you cook, I will always use fat when I cook, so that's a big advantage for me. But when you cook with fat, okay, you basically help the non-stick property to develop. This will come after a lot of time if you buy a new one, a clean pure one that has not been pre-seasoned, which is something you can have. But if you want, you can buy a brand new cast iron pan without seasoning, and you can basically like shortcut the process. How? It is called seasoning the pan, and it's basically you automatically like you um, season the pan yourself, okay, and not by cooking, but by a better process, which is like it's faster to build. Okay, basically you take a bit of oil, like pure oil. I did it with butter. It was a big mistake. I should have used clarified butter because this is like pure fat. So just use a pure fat, which is like olive oil. Mm. To be honest, I go with olive oil or clarified butter, like ghee, because I do not trust to have like a seed oil layer. This is like maybe one of my limiting beliefs, but yeah, just use olive oil or clarified butter, and basically put a little, like a very thin layer. You put a little drop, and then you spread it out with your hands with a paper towel. I do it with my hands. It's more fun, and you cook it. Take the empty pan with this like small layer. You have to like wipe everything off once you spread the fat, because there need to be like a very thin layer. Otherwise, it will not work great. So you take the cookware, you put it into the oven, and you cook it. Okay, very high temperatures. This will make it so that the layer will kind of solidify onto the cast iron, and this will make it over time. If you do this process like um, 5 times, 4 times, you will have a non-stick pan, which is like healthy. Okay, it's not gonna ruin your health, because like the compounds that are in the Teflon pan, they are really like bad. Not only for you, even for the environment. Usually, I don't give a fuck about the environment. Like all the activists say, like, oh, stop using plastic because it ruins the environment. Personally, I don't give a fuck about that. Maybe a bad person. Like it is just like a plus. Okay, Teflon is bad for you. Okay, because it is like a forever chemical, which means it will not decay. Okay, this is like so artificial. It will not decompose. Okay, plastic will decompose eventually. Maybe I don't know about that, but like no, actually, even plastic you cannot decompose it. But forever chemicals are like the next level of dangerous. They like will stay wherever they are. They will cause trouble, and you will not be able to remove them. Once like you enter a forever chemical into an environment, you will have that forever. Okay, that's why this is like a dangerous build-up. I don't trust Teflon pans. I don't trust like non-stick pans. And trust me, it is actually very hard to find a cast iron pan, because I needed to like go around like 5 different supermarkets to buy one. Okay, even the one that had like basically cookware, it didn't have it. It's crazy. I went to Lidl to find a cast iron shit. That's why I advise you to buy it directly online. And so this is the cast iron. Is the OG non-stick pan. Okay, the one like our ancestors used, and they probably like used it so much, and they probably like didn't even clean it that well, that it was a really strong non-stick layer. And yeah, like it's crazy. Like Giza, sorry, not Giza. It was in Italian. The cast iron is great if you like use it often. The problem with cast iron I was talking about before is that you cannot cook specific things on it. That may as long as you like, if you have not developed a great seasoning, you cannot do, for example, tomatoes. Okay, there are like acidic ingredients, you cannot use them because it will react with the iron and some shit, and you will have a iron taste food. To be honest, I've cooked with tomatoes, never happened to me, but the internet says that, so I just trust that. Everybody says that you cannot cook tomatoes in Giza, in cast iron, but yeah, you do you. If you have a really strong seasoning, I think you can also cook acidic things on there. Okay, so this was the cast iron. Teflon, obviously, there is no need to talk about that. It's shit. Don't use that. Okay, it's crazy. It's very dangerous and messes up with your hormones. I'm reading a book which is gonna soon talk about the effects of Teflon. But if there is a book about estrogenics that tells you like what decreases your testosterone, and there is Teflon in the list, you probably should not use it. I'll read it, but just be aware of it. Okay, just do a quick research online, and you will find probably some good results about that. So, cast iron done, Teflon done, and then there is the stainless steel. Bro, stainless steel is so fucking good. Okay, this is one of those things that I believe is like very beneficial. Like the concept I'm trying to convey is that I believe that, and maybe you also believe that, the primitive lifestyle is better suited for you. Okay, because you may have heard around like, we have evolved to this environment. We should not do things that are out of our environment, like eating meat. Okay, just eating meat. I don't think that's true, because our ancestors didn't all eat meat. So like this kind of stuff, right? Like, do not wear this clothing because our ancestor didn't. And also like anything like from there is also grounding now. I don't know much about grounding. I'm a big skeptical. There is this grounding stuff that you basically you get benefits if you work on like conductive surfaces, because that was like we worked on ground bare feet, and we are like using shoes and shit, so like we should get rid of shoes and all this messy stuff, and all these like kind of arguments that say we have to live like our ancestors because that's what we have evolved to, and that's their argument basically. I don't fully agree. Okay, there is like some truth to it. I still believe that some of the lifestyle aspects, like sunlight. I'll tell you like a story in another video about like how sunlight is so fucking crazy, and that I kind of not believe it. Okay, I think that is like there is another thing in play, because like if that was sunlight, it's fucking crazy. Okay, so like walking barefoot is actually pretty fun. I do it because it's fun, but apparently there are some benefits, or like all this kind of shit. I do not agree fully with that, because I think that modernity and the progress of civilization is still something we can like take advantage of. First of all, medicine. People, there is someone who believes that it's kind of a conspiracy theory that you don't have to use medicine because you have a strong immune system if you don't use medicine, and you will never get sick. But I don't believe in that. I'm here today thanks to medicine. If it was not for medicine, maybe I was here, but I would have been very stupid and with a lot of problems like tics, and I've had an autoimmune disease when I was a kid, and it was really really bad. Okay, not get into the details, but yeah, like medicine and cast iron. Sorry, stainless steel. I think is one of those things. Okay, because it's so fucking useful. Our ancestors didn't have stainless steel, but if they had, bro, like that, they would have been very happy. So let me tell you why stainless steel is very good. First of all, you can cook anything on it. It can stick. It can like you can fucking scratch it. Okay, away. Well, this thing you cannot do with cast iron, because you will ruin the seasoning and the iron itself. With teflon, absolutely don't do that. Like, don't scratch teflon. You will like release those like chemicals I was talking about, the dangerous stuff. That's why they never tell you to scrape with metal, just wood and plastic. And yeah, with cast iron, sorry, with acciaio inox, the stainless steel, it's very very easy. Okay, you can scratch anything you want, like how much you want, like how much force you want. You can clean it with a metal sponge. Okay, that's how good it is. You can like scrape it all over. The cooking surface is great. It's maybe very conductive. Okay, maybe it's better to have a lower conductive. You can like buy a low conductive stainless steel pan, but any stainless steel pan is great, and it doesn't release any chemical. It doesn't get stains, so it doesn't like rust because it's a stainless steel pan. And yeah, I mean, it is very versatile in general. Like, it's the go-to. I think it's the all-time best cookware. Yeah, and that is like one thing I think the civilization gave us. This is good. Like shirts, shirts are cool. They are like, it's very cheap, very safe. I mean, it's cotton. And yeah, like you can mass produce them, and they are really useful to keep you warm and to keep you sane, to protect you. I think they're great, as well as stainless steel pans are great, as well as medicine. Some of the medicine is great. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out what are those great things we can take advantage of, and what are the not great things we have to avoid about the modern civilization and advancements. Because I think that's the key to like unlock a better, like really good lifestyle, like to live in sync with our balance, like ancestral balance, and take advantage of the future, because we are in the future. That's great. So yeah, those are the 3 cookwares, and yeah, I think that's everything. Let me think if I have a story for you. Yeah, I also forgot to say there is also clay, and yeah, clay is good. It's very like slow conductive. It like conducts heat very thoroughly, and spreads it through like a long time. This is like also good. I've never used ceramic, to be honest, but sorry, clay, to be honest, but that's also a thing you can have if you want. And yeah, like I think that's everything.